Hello and welcome and bonjour and greetings and welcome to Mindfulness for Busy People. Imagine that you are busy somewhere in your life, in your mind, in your body, maybe all of those places, and that maybe mindfulness is difficult for you to practice. And so this is a place where we try to remedy that, make it a little bit easier and practical and useful. And so, however long you can be with us and wherever you are, whoever is listening or watching you, um, we start out by just letting go of any of those rules or expectations that mindfulness has to be done in a certain way, in a certain place, at a certain time. And we also give ourselves permission to get distracted, to think fast, to feel whatever we're feeling, to not change or analyze anything significant about our lives during this time. And so please don't force yourself to slow down or to pay close attention. Just simply be as you are and notice how that is. Most likely you will have a inner educator is one way that we call a critical voice. You'll have an inner educator that's telling you you should be doing this or you should be doing that or you're not doing this right or many things that you've probably heard before. And we just welcome that inner educator and say that this is not like that. And so we're not here for an education or to be right or to do good. We're just here to be human. That's the only goal and objective. And with that, I took a deeper breath. Let's see what happens with your breathing if you just let it be. Invitation is to follow your sensations. So if you're noticing some tension, maybe you want to stretch, you don't need permission or guidance, just follow the intuition of your sensations. You do not have to be sitting and looking at me. You can be doing whatever it is that allows you to be here. I would ask that whatever you're doing, could you find 4 things that are making your life wonderful these days? Could you identify them by sight or memory? 4 things that are making your life wonderful these days. And now, could you name 3 things that are supporting you, but you're not supporting it? 3 things that are supporting you without your asking or contributing back. And how about 2? Can you name 2 accomplishments over the past week or 2? And one thing that you would like to experience more in your life. One thing you would like to experience more in your life. More love, more peace, more resilience. Just trust your mind to answer the question effortlessly. And take a deeper breath in. Give yourself permission to sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. Keep your mouth closed, but blow your exhale out so that you make a hoarse sound. Another breath in. Keep your teeth together. Make a S sound as you exhale. Another breath. Make a HE sound. One more. HA sound. And just breathe normally. We'll see if we can take this breath to more space in the body. If you can move around a little bit more, that would be great. I'm going to move around a little bit more. On your next inhale, see if you can raise your arms up. Inhale. Grab some more of that you want to experience in life and pour it over your head. Reach it down to your feet. Then roll yourself back up. Scoop up that which you want more of. Grab some from the sky and pour it down over you. Reaching down to touch your toes and hanging out there. And roll yourself up. Just let yourself Take some deeper breaths as you roll your shoulders back. You have your own energy frequency, and so follow that. Let's see if you can get more of your joints working together. So bend at your knees and roll up. Roll back down and roll back up and roll back down and roll back up. Drop your head forward, say yes and no. Come back to center, getting some of your breath spread out through your body into your energetic body. See if we can move some of your energy around. Your energetic body is your personal space. And that's why you can feel differently when people enter into it. Open your hands up and just move some of that energy around as you twist your knees and hips. Stay forward and keep your hands in front and just kind of wipe a big table. Go the other way. And bring your hands up. Just wipe a window. Go the other way. And shake your hands out. Shake your arms out. Shake your shoulders out. Add your torso. Add your hips. Add your knees. Take your feet out wide. And just move side to side. Think about self-soothing movement here. Just rocking. So you can add your torso a little bit. Maybe your rocking is less than mine. Maybe it's more than mine. Maybe it's slower. Maybe you want to add your arms. Take up as much space as you humanly can. Arms up. Twist back. Come to center. In your next breath, try and draw your energy in. See if you can capture it. Just notice how you feel. Imagine that gratitude is medication, and let gratitude kind of emerge, running through your body. Let gratitude show up on your face. You can name your gratitudes. You can keep moving if that feels good. I'm just going to shake out my legs a little bit more. Make some circles with my knees. I feel pretty sure that you are feeling more centered, maybe feeling more spacious or bigger or better in some way. And these are just simple mindfulness exercises that you can do anywhere, anytime, for any length of time. Yeah, so whenever you're ready, if you're able to hang out, stay longer, return to a comfortable position, which may be different than what you started out doing. Get yourself some water. If you can, find a pleasant view, something that you enjoy looking at. And again, you don't have to be still. I'm just putting more effort in being here. If you're able to continue practicing mindfulness today, we are going to continue with our series on returning to a child's mind. If you've given all that you can give right now, definitely come back when you can. But celebrate and congratulate yourself on what you've done so far. It will make a difference. So keep up the good work. And when you think about returning to a child's mind, what kind of ideas does that bring forward for you? What is a child's mind like? And what have you been taught, or what do you believe about the attributes of a child's mind? Leaving room for having, more than one learning, more than one belief. And I wonder if you'd like to go on a little trip with me a little reflection journey back to a time in your childhood that was really joyful, really pleasant, really satisfying. And we're not going to analyze it or do anything on this memory trip, except just remember and maybe grasp some of the emotional energy that's stored in that memory that could give us some life energy for today. And so, if you are able to travel back into your childhood, only looking for a memory of high satisfaction, lots of joy and pleasure, any other memories that you might pass up, or we're not minimizing or dismissing them. We're just staying on task with returning to a child's mind. And so just see if other memories will let you pass till you get to the one that you recognize meets this criteria. And you'll be a visitor in this memory. And so you just want to peek around and observe and see all that there is to see. Take in the feelings associated in this memory as well. Just observe. Does this memory tell you about your child mind? And just soak in anything else that's there for you before we come back. Leave any appreciation, admiration, or affection that you have for this child version of yourself. And bring your attention just back to where you are, this comfortable way of being. And see, is there any way to be more comfortable right now? If so, give yourself that gift of comfort. We're going to visit a children's story today. This children's story is going to have themes of awareness, coping with difficulty, how we correct and redirect ourselves, how we respond to criticism, the practice of mindfulness, the presence and function of distraction, and last, there's a theme in here around self-leadership. And so if you were a child, you wouldn't see these themes at all. You would just see the story. But that brings up one of the values of integrating our child mind attributes with our adult mind is we actually can get more out of a children's story than we could when we were a child. We have more experience and more knowledge that can bring the simplicity of the stories and the principles to our adult reality. And so, also, hopefully, I think the thing that children's books do are they encourage us to be kind and patient with ourselves. And they promote this idea because they're written for children, which seems to be easier for us to accept that children are growing and that they're learning and they're in a process. And so we're glad to be patient and kind with that. The reality is that that never stops being true unless we get stuck. We're always growing, we're always learning. At some point in life, we start relearning or unlearning, but we're always in the midst of multiple processes, multiple cycles, continuous change. Some is gradual, some is abrupt, some is predictable, some is unpredictable, but change itself is predictable. So let's see if we can return with that same perspective that we have easily towards children to ourselves today. And the story that we're going to dive into is called Puppy Mind. And it is written by Andrew Jordan Nance, illustrated by Jim Dirk. And I'm going to share my screen and have a video play of the story being read. What I want to encourage you to do mindfully is get comfortable, relax back, can choose whether to close your eyes or to find something that you enjoy looking at a window or at a plant. And just let this story come to you. Don't put any effort put much effort into hearing it, understanding it, analyzing it. Just let the story come to you.
By Andrew Jordan Nance. Illustrated by Jim Dirk. To your puppy mind, Please be kind. My mind is like a puppy. It likes to wander and explore. If I don't watch it carefully, it goes through any open door. When my puppy mind is bored, it runs to the future and the past. If I'm not really careful, it will take me far away super fast. My puppy mind can dig up memories, like when I get yelled at for not sharing my things. My mind scampers to the future, and I don't always like the pictures that it brings. In class, I try to listen to the teacher, but my puppy mind starts to stir. I quickly lose my focus, and the day becomes a blur. I get mad at my puppy mind. Why don't you just sit and stay? When I yell, my puppy mind gets scared and hides or runs away. My puppy mind only heals if I take 3 slow deep breaths. If I do it often enough, I feel calmer in my chest. Taking 3 slow breaths is the best way to train my puppy mind. I am learning to be my mind's best friend. It responds best when I am kind. So whenever I feel my puppy mind tugging at my sleeve, I try to remember to breathe and breathe and breathe. If I practice breathing every day and remember to be kind, I will have more fun being with my best friend, my playful puppy mind.
So take a moment just to let that settle and sink into where it's resonating. So allow whatever thoughts are there to come and then to go. Just see if you might be ready for some personal reflection. Just give as much attention as you have available to my questions and to my voice. And don't worry about missing any of it. Your mind will capture what's important to you today. So, how do you experience distraction? Is it like going through doors? Is it like going on trips or stopping to explore? What circumstances frequently bring on your distraction? Is it being bored? Or is it being worried? Or being tired? Or anything else? Maybe it's being mindful brings on your distraction, your puppy mind. What do you notice about your distraction? Where does it want to take you? Does it want to take you to the past or to the future or both? Or does it want to take you to a fictional place? Does it want to take you to a crowded place or quiet place? How do you think your distraction is trying to help you? Not evaluating whether it is helping you or not, but just what's its positive intention? And how do you feel towards this distraction? Is it a puppy? Or does it have another image or another energy to it? What's your attitude towards it? And then that probably has something to do with what is your relationship with your distraction. How do you communicate with your distraction inside? And how does it respond whenever you communicate with it? And what is the result that you get when you use the slow breathing? What kind of effect does that have on distraction for you? I wonder if there is another method, either in addition to or instead of the breaths, that would support you having a kind and patient relationship with your distraction. Perhaps movement or music or touch. Can you see a benefit in befriending your distraction? Or do you experience the consequences of being angry or frustrated or in conflict with this part of your mind? Imagine yourself walking alongside or sitting alongside your image of distraction in your mind. Imagine what it would be like to sit together, listen, talk, laugh, and support. And take your time to start to shift your attention back to today, back to your location, your present now. Take a peek into what's ahead for you today. And imagine how you could bring comfort with you. Maybe not as much comfort as you're experiencing right now, but is there a piece of it that you could bring with you? Is there something from your practice of mindfulness today that you'd like to hold on to throughout the day? Maybe use it again. Let me invite you to take a collective breath and sigh it out. and appreciate. Send my appreciation to you for your time and your effort and your energy, and for caring about your health, and shows that you care about the people in your life. And I'm grateful for that, and I look forward to the next time we're together. Take good care.